Hello everyone and welcome to a new video in our IFS Cloud video series. My name is Marcel Aushan and I'm an IFS consultant. And today I want to discuss about the customer credit check functionality in IFS Cloud. In the previous videos we talked about different invoicing options that we have for customer orders, for shipments. We discussed about collective invoices. But there are times when you send an invoice to your customer and that customer doesn't pay, and you as a company need a way to be safe from those type of situations. And usually this is done through a credit check. And we will look today in IFS Cloud, what is a credit check, how you can set it up, and how you can execute the flow and what the system considers when doing the credit check. So I will directly dive into the system, and we have a customer order here for one piece of Cube Reaction Pro bicycle. But before going to process this order, I will jump into the customer to talk a little bit about the credit options in the customer master data. So if we go into the credit information, here we can see we have a link between this customer, Decathlon Germany, with our company DE01. We can set up different credit analysts and so on. Different categorizations, which credit agency we are using and so on. Of course, this process with a credit agency will be an offline process that we will do outside of IFS if there's no integration between the credit agency and IFS Cloud. You will do outside of IFS and here just store different data, the different results, the rating that the agency gave you. But here we will just have a look at what are the different options here in credit control details. So basically here we can set up a credit limit. In this moment the credit limit is 10,000 euros that I set up for this customer. And this credit limit will be checked against all the different released customer orders and also all the different invoices that are not yet paid and that are due and not paid. Okay, additionally, if we don't want to set up the credit limit for the customer, we can set up a company credit limit, and this company credit limit will be available for all the customers that are linked with this company. But in this case, since we are working with Decathlon Germany, I will just leave it with the credit limit of 10,000 euros. We can even set up some dates when we need to review next time the credit limit customer, and we can even set this customer to credit blocked. If we set it to credit blocked, then automatically the order, as soon as it's entered and released, it will directly go into credit with no checking of the credit worthiness, with no checking about the not paid invoices, about the other orders released and so on. So this credit block will directly block the orders with no further checks. Besides the credit limit, we can also set up some overdue amount. This would mean amount in invoices that are due but have not yet been paid. So credit limit will be the sum of orders in status released and also invoices that are not paid. Allowed overdue amount will mean we can allow specific amount which has been invoiced but not yet paid. Or we can allow some overdue days. If some invoices are due today, and here we say allow overdue 4, those invoices that are overdue today will not be considered, but only those that have been overdue since 4 or more days will be considered. But for our scenario, we will just test with the credit limit 10,000. I will just save it. Yeah, and this credit limit is checked against something that's called a credit control group. Yeah. And the credit control group we need to link with our customer. Yeah, and we do that in the sales page. So if I go to the sales page, here I will see we have a credit control group. And if I navigate to this page, yeah, just to talk a little bit about the customer order control group, credit control group. So basically here we can define more than one customer order credit control group and different behavior for each of these credit control groups. Yeah? So basically I just created one called test. Yeah? We can say this should be default for all the new customers. Yeah? So whenever we create a new customer, it will immediately inherit this test credit control group. And then the most important thing is here when we say at which step do we want the credit check to be performed. Yeah, we can check more of these boxes or only one. Yeah, and obviously these are steps in the order flow. Yeah, so first of all we release the order, then we reserve the material, then we create a pick list, then we deliver the order. Yeah? And all of these steps will be applicable. So for example, if we take deliver order, you probably already know we can deliver the order from deliver customer order lines page or from the quick order flow, or if we have a shipment, we can do it from the shipment. And this, if we check this one, this will do a credit check no matter through which way we deliver the order. If we do it from the quick order flow handling, or if we do it from the shipment, or if we do it from the deliver customer order lines page, it will do the credit check. And if it finds that the credit was exceeded, then it will block the order and stop the delivery. But in our example, we will just do the credit check when we release the order. And now another interesting thing is that we also have a control for the intersite orders. This is for more complex supply chain scenarios where you have different companies in IFS, and let's say one sales company, one manufacturing company, and the sales company gets orders from external customers, but they don't have anything on stock, so they most of the times order directly from the manufacturing company. So this will be an intersite intercompany order flow. And the manufacturing company gets the internal order from the sales company, from the sister company in this case. And there is a check here that we can enable to also make the credit check on the external customer. So if Decathlon sends an order to the sales company and the sales company places an internal order with the manufacturing company, then in the manufacturing company, we can say, okay, I don't care that I'm selling to my sister company, to my sales office. I care that there is an external customer credit check. So Decathlon customer will be credit checked before or at the release of the internal customer order. The one that the sales office placed with the manufacturing facility. Okay. So this is something, more advanced functionality, but something good to consider. Good. So this is about the customer order credit control. We just say when we want the credit check to be triggered, if we want to set it as default for all the customers, and if we want to do the credit check for intersite orders as well. And then once we have seen what a customer order credit control group is, the next thing would be to just link it with the customer. So we have our Decathlon Germany customer linked with our test credit control group. Here, if we had more than one credit control group, we could choose from the list. Okay, so what we did so far, we linked this credit control group to our customer in the sales page. And basically this will execute the credit check when we release the order. And basically the information that will be considered will also be this credit limit. In this case, it's 10,000. So this means we should not have more open orders or overdue invoices in amount of more than 10,000. Yeah. Otherwise, when the order will be released, will go directly to credit block. Yeah. Then let's go back into the order, our customer order. Yeah. So we are back into our customer order for this customer, which is now linked with a credit control group, and we have set up a credit limit of 10,000 euros. Yeah. Now, obviously, we could also go to a page that called, maybe just to do a bit of analysis before, customer invoice is overdue, invoice overdue analysis. Okay, let me just go then to the financials folder. Financials, customer invoice analysis, customer invoices due for payment analysis. Yeah, here we are in our DE test company, and we could search. Here we have all the customer invoices due for payment, and we can see it's all of them are for our Decathlon Germany customer, and all of them are not paid. Yeah, so they are overdue but not paid, so they should have been paid. The due date 2nd of December, 14th of December, and we see the total amount, gross amount 24,750, and also the net amount is the same. Yeah, so obviously in our case, only from the overdue invoices, our customer order should get blocked when we try to release it. No? Not to consider other orders that we might have open with this customer. So if we go back to our customer order, okay. We go back into our customer order, and here before releasing it, yeah, if we go to operations, we can also do a manual credit check. No? And now the credit check has run, and it's telling us that the external customer credit limit is being exceeded. Yeah, exactly what we would expect. However, the customer order will not be blocked as the customer order is still in status planned. Yeah, so since it's status planned, it will not block the order. We need to release it. Yeah? But this is another option just to check. Yeah, let's say we want to block the order at the stage of delivery, for example, but at any time we could come here to operations and do a check just to have an information if the credit has been exceeded or not. And now what we will do, we will just go ahead and try to release our order, and we should see that it immediately goes into blocked status. Yeah, we immediately see blocked status. If we go to history, order history, we could see that it's been blocked due to credit limit being exceeded. No? Good, so this is what we wanted, yeah, in the end. And of course we can go into the blocked info, and here we can see the same page that we saw in the advanced invoicing functionality, handle blocked customer orders. And from here, of course, we can release the block order or release from credit check. We will just release from credit check. And now the order is gone. If we go back into our order and refresh, we see our order is released. If we try again to maybe do operations, try to do a manual credit check. Yeah, so it's telling us that the credit limit is being exceeded, and now it's asking if we want to block the order. Yeah, so before it was not blocking it because it was still in status planned, and anything could happen. In the meantime, customers could wire us the money, and then we would have no problem with the credit anymore. No, but when we run manually the credit check, and if it's the order is at least released, you have the option to block it. Yeah, so now it's blocked again, but obviously you can always unblock it. You know? Coming to the handle blocked customer orders, here you will see the list of all your orders which are blocked in by different reasons. In this case, this one is because of the credit limit, but you can have different blocked orders. So we will just release it again in case we just want to continue with our delivery process. Okay. So we saw how to handle the blocked customer orders when they are blocked for credit reasons. If we go to the order history, here we will see that it was blocked 2 times, and each time I was the one to release it, to unblock it from the credit side. Good. Now there is some more advanced functionality, that if we are using a certain payment term which is excluded from the credit check, then the credit check will not be performed, even if we linked the credit control group to the customer and we have set up a credit limit. Let me quickly copy this order, copy order quickly into a new order, also taking price and discounts. So we will have order C20. Okay, and now what I want to do, if we go to order details, let's just have a look at the payment term. So payment term is 10 days net. And if I jump into this payment term for this company, I can see here that my payment term is, I have this exclude from credit limit control checkbox set as no. Let me go into the payment term details, and from here I can edit and say that I want to exclude this payment term from the credit limit control. So this means whatever customer order I will have with this payment term, which is 10 days net, will not be checked for credit limit. No matter the customer, no matter the credit settings at the customer level. Let's see how this works. So this would be the exception. We have a payment term where we say explicitly we want to exclude it from the credit limit control, and then we go back to our order. And remember, we are using the same customer, which has a credit limit of 10,000, and a credit control group that says do the credit check when the order is released. The only thing we did differently, we have this payment term 10 days net, which we enabled to be excluded from the credit limit control. And now if we go back into the order and we try to release it, the order will be released, and indeed goes directly to released. And now if we go to operations and try to run a manual credit check, is not credit blocked. Why? Because we have this payment term 10 days net, and this payment term is excluded from the credit limit control. So maybe just to recap, so we have the customer to which we link a credit control group. In the credit control group, we define at which stage we want the credit check to happen. And then again, in the customer, in the credit page, we can define a credit limit. We can define allow some overdue amount. Also, we can allow some overdue number of days for the invoices, and we can define a credit limit. And based on all of this information, when we try to release the order in our case, the credit check is done, and then the order is automatically blocked. Additionally, you can also go to operations in the header and manually credit check the order, and then you get a result. And if the credit check is positive, it's asking you if you want to block the order or not. But this was all for today, for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.